to the main part, we're going to be working with the breathing motion of the spine. Holographic breathing activates this breathing motion through the whole body, which feels very similar to the motion palpated in craniosacral therapy. And there's this movement of the spine that is activated by the breath and activated by the muscles of the breath, and we're going to be working with that. And in particular, we're going to be working with the breathing motion through the hands, feet, arms and legs, but specifically the feet and legs, and how that activates through the pelvis, and then how that activates through the whole spine. And over several webinars, we'll be looking at how that relates to the whole spine, but in this webinar, we're going to be working with the psoas muscle. And luckily, I've got a pelvis here, and I'll just show the psoas muscle comes from the inside back, well, inside of the hip joint here. There's a spur there, kind of back inside, and it comes up over here and then runs up the first four vertebrae, 4 or 5, maybe 6 vertebrae. The muscles of the body are tightening to produce the in-breath, and they're relaxing on the out-breath. And with the movement of the hands and feet, there's a tightening on the in-breath and a relaxing on the out-breath. And the same through the psoas muscle. It tightens, and those 5 vertebrae shorten on the in-breath, then lengthen on the out-breath. People experience the breath of the body as everything opening on the breath, but the muscles shorten to produce the breath. And the spine, there's an opening of the breath to the sides, but the body shortens and widens on the in-breath, lengthens and narrows on the out-breath. So you get this movement, you get this condensing of the spine on the in-breath and lengthening on the out-breath. It's a twofold thing. One, it pulls the spine straighter, so it gets a little bit longer, but also it pulls through the whole spine, through each vertebrae. It's all pulling together, so it compresses it as well. So there's a bit of both going on, but you really feel that breathing motion in the psoas muscle and the lumbar vertebrae there, or lumbar running into the thoracic vertebrae, the bottom vertebrae. And we'll be relating this to an energy circuit. We'll be working with 2 energy circuits. We'll be working with the back of the body and an energy circuit I call the deep earth energies. Deep, dark, very grounding, very beneficial, nurturing earth type energy. And then slightly forwards, which incorporates the psoas muscle, you've got the fire energies, which includes the heart, the ovaries, the testes, the uterus and prostate. And we will be moving from the deep earth energies into the fire energies, and we will be working with the genitalia, with the ovaries and testes, uterus and prostate, and how they relate to the lower spine, and this movement of the psoas muscle. And that's deeply healing for the genitalia and the lower back, and it instigates the kundalini running up through the spine and up through the brain. So quite a deep webinar. And it is kind of a small part of an advanced webinar where we're working with all of the vertebrae of the spine, all of the organs through the torso and the brain, and how they relate to the different vertebrae, all the energy points through the face, all the energy points through the cranium for all of these different circuits and different energies, but we seem to be particularly aligning the organs with the spine and the vertebrae, each organ relating to specific vertebrae. And this is transcendental. This brings a whole orb of healing, because we're connecting the autonomic nervous system, which is the organs, the brain, what happens automatically, with the somatic nervous system to do with the muscles, the bones, movement, and what we do. And there's this breathing motion through the whole body, this breathing motion of the arms and legs, this breathing motion of the spine, and we're connecting the energies of the fire circuit and the energies, in this case of the genitalia, to this breathing motion in the spine. And that brings what is unconscious together with what is conscious. And this seems to ignite the bardo in the spine, or the healing of all of our past lives, all of our karma. Starts transcendental work through the spine, starts healing through the vertebrae. The spine holds a whole world that is to do with our transcendence, with our connection to God, with the clearing of our karma. The spine has a very particular quality and energy to it. And that is what we are provoking in this webinar series. And just talking about it, I can feel that energy going off in my spine, the connection to my organs, the coming together of the energy system, the vagus nerve, the autonomic nervous system, the organs, that whole system, how they work on it, together with the energies and movement of the spine, which is both, it's autonomic and somatic, and this breathing motion. And it somehow ignites the ability to initiate the kundalini of the spine and the transformation of our karma, not just of this life, but of every lifetime and every existence, and moves us forwards onto a different level, and a God-like level, or communication with God, or communication with the higher self. So if you want the meditations to go with that, click on the link in the description below, or click on the link at the end of this video. I enjoyed talking about this because really feel I love that kundalini in the spine. I love the spiritual connection to it. And when I talk about it, holographic breathing does have channels. I am fed by channels when I talk about the holographic breathing or teach the holographic breathing, and they come in. This all connects together and works beautifully. I feel the organs coming to life. Anyway, if you would like to engage in that and learn that for yourself, click on the link in the description, click on the link at the end of this video. And also in the description there will be a page on my website. It has 35 past webinar recordings. They all have guided meditations and tutorials in them. They're all potent, they're all in depth, they're all on different subjects. There's a whole wealth of goodies there. And if you wish, you can come to the advanced webinars where we really take this into more depth and more powerfully. Okay, well, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.